You are watching the GBC, television for goats.
Sun comes up on a lazy day, nothing better's on its way. Oh, what a yummy start with honey nut pukas. Honey nut pukas.
They're edible!
How can the heart truly want what the mind can never possess? And just like the tide, he was gone. Puka, the new fragrance from this ship.
Puka GT, bleeding through the cars, burning up the streets. Puka GT, for who fury that you just can't beat. He's dodging the pole and he's hitting the gas. He's the golden crack and the head of the class. Puka GT,
Puka!
Watch the Super Bowl together. Kim has remained tight-lipped about her new beau, but Puka had this to say.
The Puka GT experience.
I don't know, man. I think ivermectin is more than just medication for goats.
Live from New York City, it's time for
How we all doing, everyone? Happy Friday. I'm Clark and you're watching Puka GT. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you're having a great evening and you're looking forward to the weekend ahead. So a bit of a different week for me this week. Barely, in fact, no daily races whatsoever. Didn't do anything. So the time that I would normally spend midweek to doing a couple of races, doing a couple of live streams, I was quite busy making some content for the channel. So you notice in the video section, if you're so curious to navigate there, we have a new tutorial video. I had quite a few people asking me over the last few weeks how I was getting some of my Puka graphics into the game. So me, with a bit of my design background, like creating tutorials as it is, decided to make a complete guide from start to finish about how to find graphics, download graphics, upload them into Gran Turismo, how to compress them, how to edit them using Figma, and even how to create custom graphics using Figma, and really get into some advanced kind of compression techniques as well to get under that 15 kilobyte size file size limit for upload. So hopefully some of you will find the video helpful if you were to check it out. Today, because we're not up to speed on the dailies, doing a bit of a special session, VR session, robot chat session. So anything that you type will pop up in the chat. Or sorry, live on the stream, audio played and read by a robot that we have dubbed Moira. So Moira sounds like a worried Irish mammy when she reads all your messages. It's a way for me to hear what you guys are saying to me while I'm playing in VR, because obviously it can't be glancing in the chat while I'm doing that. So license tests. Let me just swap over to my main camera here. As you can see, 0.8. That is the entirety of my driving so far this week. How you doing, Spud? Good to see you, man. I'm excited for this though tonight. This should be a bit of fun. I haven't attempted any of these goal challenges on the license tests since Christmas. It was I streamed it at the time too. It was one of my first streams actually. But during the Christmas break, I didn't have time to keep up with the dailies either. So I did this as a way to keep the streams going without needing to do much prep in advance. Efficiency, how are you doing? I wasn't expecting to see you. I know your crazy busy period kicks off today, isn't it? 15th. I sent you a quick message on PSN to wish you luck. F1M Plays, how you doing, buddy? So, as we can see here, I actually have gold in everything bar the super license. A master license, not gonna lie, I haven't even dove into that at all yet. I did 2 bronze in it. That was about a year ago when I was still learning how to play the game. So I might continue on to that eventually. But for the moment, let's just try and get our super license. So I have everything in bronze. On my stream during Christmas time, I remember I got this one within my first 2 or 3 tries, this one first 10 tries, same with this one, and then I was a further 3 hours trying to get Tokyo Expressway live on stream. I got up to attempt number 110. I had to leave it because I ran out of time, and then I came back the next day and got it in about 2 tries. So it was just a case of the course knowledge had to seep in and land in my memory before I was able to get it. So as you can see, we've still got quite a few to do. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know how treacherous this Circuit de Francorchamps one is in the wet weather. Laguna Seca Formula 1, it's crazy. I think it's doable for me though. I like kind of the super formula. And then the dirt track one, I'm really not looking forward to either. You're driving a boat around Trial Mountain. This one, I don't know what to expect from. I've never tried this combo. And this one here is super fast on a tight and windy track, so that will be interesting as well. Luke, how you doing, man? Good to see you. And efficiency started today, but I'm home now. Simrig is stored away till the fall. Yeah, you probably just need to chill a bit when you get in, I imagine. Are you going to be doing any other sort of gaming to pass the time? If you have any free time? Okay, I'm going to see if I can get the robot up and running. Drac Fury, bring on the Moira. Okay, it should be there. Someone give me a type. Let me know how the audio balance is as well. And let me know if there's any problems with the stream this week, lads. I had to completely disassemble my studio during the week and then rush to assemble it again there with 40 minutes before the stream started. So it may have missed something. I've noticed my telemetry is working, heart rate monitor isn't.
Drac Fury said, Raffle F Place said, Super Formula is great on VR. Drac Fury said, drink.
How was that? Didn't see the levels on my own end. I'm hearing it, I'm just not sure.
Drac Fury said, oh no.
Might give it a bit more volume. Drink! Arse! Mad into our Father Ted references, myself and Drac Fury. Okay, so chat, can you vote please for which one I try first?
MR Spudlet said, levels fine. Drac Fury said, sounds fine this end.
I love the way she thinks you have a higher pitched voice, Drac Fury. Mr. Spudlet says, levels fine. Drac Fury says, sounds fine on this end. God, I love Moira.
F Place said, to be sure, to be sure.
Ah, to be sure, to be sure.
MR Spudlet said, Deep Forest.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Anybody else? Deep Forest? Speak now, forever hold your piss. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
MR Spudlet said,
1.
Feck.
Beck. Mr. Spudlet gets it. We're doing Deep Forest first. All right, let's dust off the old VR set here. I've actually got very little experience on this course as well. As a combo, it's probably one of my preferred ones that we have available to us here. Just given the fact that it's not a dirt or a wet track.
Drac Fury said, at least she's not talking uber fast now.
You inspired her to start talking fast by the sounds of it. Okay, so you guys can see what I see. Stay seated.
Drac Fury said, just like a spotty teenager. Drac Fury said, oh.
The spotty-faced teenager in The Simpsons is one of my favorite characters. Oh, your taco fell in the deep fryer. I'll try to get it out. Ow! Ow! Enable eye tracking. Adjust lens. Yeah. So anybody else in the chat ever playing VR? Just out of curiosity. Okay.
Drac Fury said, Puka deep fry sketching.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Maruka, it's happening again.
MR Scudlet said, yes.
Oh, you play too, Spud?
Drac Fury said, I know several racers that do.
Oh, I love the interior of this car. Very
F
cool.
Plays said, always play on VR.
Oh, you're always in VR, F&M Plays. Didn't know that.
MR Scudlet said, I mainly use it for open talk offline racing.
Just for the offline? Yeah, I'm the same. I only have my first few competitive daily races with it on the stream there a few weeks ago. Oh, way too early there. I'm not sure if I've ever competed in a daily here. Okay, that's not got us 127. Okay, long way to go. Yeah, some very obvious kind of places there where the Ghost was pulling very far ahead of me. I'm just trying to learn the course at this point. Get comfortable with it. See if I can just naturally get up to a silver time. Then I will start looking at what the Ghost is doing and picking out some proper braking points.
MR Scudlet said, I am a big fan of Deep Forest.
It's a nice track. I do enjoy it. One thing I always find with VR is I'm a little slower, but my car sympathy is way higher. Like I find it a lot easier to be consistent in VR. to avoid crashing or spinning out.
Machiel Dixonia said, "Oh hey Puka, how long have you been live today?"
So I didn't get the username from the chat there. Haven't been live long. I've only been on, what is it, about 15 minutes, guys? This is only my second lap anyway. Seems to be where he's going.
Machiel Dixonia said, "Mike Dixon because it absolutely butchered it, LOL."
How you doing, Mike? Okay, so I got under silver time very easily there, just not even fully knowing what I'm doing yet, just following the ghost. I'll do one more, just maybe pushing a little more, and then I will take a look at the demonstration lap and just see what I can improve on. I forgot with the data logger for this now. Yep, too late for there. Okay, just a bit of a lift there. Yeah, okay. Sound to be a bit more aggressive on the throttle as well. Quite a bit off still. So what's that? It's pretty much 2.1 seconds. I should be braking here now. Right at the start of the curve. Middle third. Just a lift here, maybe. Yeah, much closer to the ghost this time. Trying to be that little bit more aggressive on the throttle. That was good though. I think I found at least a second there. to get tighter on that curb. It wasn't as good as last time. Okay, so we're doing a small lift here. Braking up the curb, too late. Yeah, no, that's not good. We're in the figuring the track out mode here.
Machiel Dixoniai said, "Love Deep Forest, spent a lot of hours learning this track. I also have a terrible time trying to do the mastery for this track."
Actually, how many people in the chat have all gold on the normal licenses yet?
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, "I like this track."
Me too. It's a popular track, though. So this is probably getting that
Drag
corner
Fury
right.
said, "This one is easy."
I'd agree. I wouldn't normally get down to silver this quickly.
MR Spudlet said, "All gold."
Nice.
MR Spudlet said, "I have a couple of gold left on Master to get."
A master. Okay, I barely even looked at master yet.
Drag Fury said, "I've a gold up to A, then I stopped as the game didn't even require any higher licenses."
Yeah, I was the same. I just did what was required of me, and then it was only around.
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, "I have my master's license, but I don't think much of them are golds."
Yes, it was the same. I got a bunch of the golds around Christmas time.
MR Spudlet said, "I have been wrecking through all the circuit experiences. Fishman's Ranch was a bitch."
Fisherman's Ranch, okay. Is that a dirt track? I don't know that one.
MR Spudlet said, "Yes." Drag Fury said, "Circuit experience is good for EZ money." MR Spudlet said, "The real Ilum dirt track."
Yeah, whenever I need to grind credits quickly, circuit
Drag
experience is
Fury
where I go.
said, "Fisherman's Ranch is the North Sleeve of Rally in this game."
I really don't know it. I'll check it out on stream after I'm done here.
MR Spudlet said, "For dirt and ice I cheat and use the controller."
Yeah, actually last night I was using the controller on dirt tracks. I imagine it's probably easier. It's obviously a lot easier to flick the analog stick from left to right than it is the wheel. Okay, we're getting quite close. I'm only 7/10 off now. Where's my monster gone? Oh. Ship. Drink!
Drag Fury said, "Check it out in VR, I would."
Hey, Michael Dixon, are you in New York as well, or was it New Jersey? Just efficiency is New York based as well. Good to have two lads from the same neck of the woods tuned in.
Drac Fury said, I am sure there is a rally section on the licenses.
Well, there's the Interlagos, or sorry, not Interlagos, what am I saying? The Sardinia dirt track is part of this challenge here I'm doing today.
Machiel Dixoniai said, Connecticut, efficiency Fishincha said, when I first got going I spent 3 months straight on the Nether Ring. I loved that track. 12 4-mile yens. Machiel Dixoniai said, right next door.
Yeah.
Efficiency Fishincha said, no, I'm in Virginia Beach but 5 hours from New Jersey.
Oh, okay, I thought you were based in New York. My mistake. Strong this lap. Okay. Let's do one more and then we'll look at the demo lap.
Drac Fury said, any thoughts on next week's dailies?
Heavily leaning towards Dragon Trail Seaside. In fact, I can guarantee it will be that one. Just, there's no way I'm doing Nürburgring in reverse before I even learn Nürburgring.
MR Spudledge said, there was a license test on one of the Tokyo City tracks. It was using a Ferrari, might be one of the masters. For me it was the single hardest one in the game so far. MR Spudledge said, bar.
Yeah, the Tokyo Expressway, just even on the normal super license, took me 100 something tries to get. I did it live on stream around Christmas time. It was embarrassing.
Drac Fury said, that will be GR Forum Race C in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right, Drac. I'm fairly sure it will be Group 4, given the racing mediums and racing
MR
hards.
Spudledge said, the dailies next week will be awful. I hate all 3 of those tracks.
I don't mind Dragon Trail. It's the chicane's a bit annoying, alright, but overall I quite like that track. Rare case where the Citroen doesn't tend to be the meta in Group 4 as well. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at demos. Oh, need to grab my controller. 1 second. Thanks for joining in, lads. I know it's not a usual session, a bit experimental, but great to have so many of you in the chat joining in. Okay.
MR Spudledge said, oh, actually I like knobs, but I wouldn't want to daily it particularly.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's quite grueling. It's probably only going to be... Would it be single lap or 2 laps in Daily Race B? It's probably only going to be single lap. In which case, it's what, a 9-minute race? 11 minutes in between? Okay, so he hasn't hit the brakes yet. I'd been hitting them at the start of the curb. Is he using the orange barrier? Okay.
Machiel Dixoniai said, always a joy to watch and hang out.
Cheers. How's your missus getting on? It's weird she calls Michael Mitchell. How's your missus getting on? Probably quite deep into the pregnancy at this point, aren't you? Okay, so I think what I will do here is just wait for the 100 to leave my vision entirely and brake before the orange. Just more of a braking zone as opposed to a point. Okay. Leaves in go down to second, leaves in second.
Drac Fury said, "It will be new for everyone on race B in my opinion, so even playing field I'll give it a go."
Did watch life in reverse. Oof. Actually, our mod Freeze is there this weekend. If you're not on the Discord, he's posted loads of photos and videos. Like, he really seems to have good pit lane access. It's really cool to see. Okay, this is interesting here. So I had been coming off the curb, lifting entirely, and then going back onto the throttle when I hit the other curb. He stays on it fully here and only lifts right before he hits the curb, and then goes on about half.
Michiel Dixoni said, "Early week 28 baby is measuring 2 weeks ahead, already gonna be a big boy, haha."
That's great, man. That's really good. Okay. Yeah, I always find the at least from my own perspective, I always find the first trimester the most stressful, just because, you know, the risks is highest around that time. You know very little about the baby's health and whatever. I tell you, the last 2 weeks though feel like 9 months in themselves. It's like that last period just drags on so much, like particularly for the woman, of course. Like, they all say the same thing. I'm just so fed up being pregnant.
MR Spudlet said, "Is it the 24 hours of nods this weekend?"
It is. It is. Mr. Verstappen himself is there as well. Okay. So, down the brake. It's just a bit of throttle management going
Drac
around here.
Fury said, "Don't he trust the weight the machine gets it wrong."
Okay.
Drac Fury said, "Yes." Michiel Dixoni said, "He hit her in the kidney 2 weeks ago. She was pissing blood for a week, but she is good now."
Jesus. Poor thing. Yeah, okay, start of the curb. It's first. Okay, first. Okay.
Drac Fury said, "My daughter had said she was £8.9 but came out £6.2. Michiel Dixoni said, "Baby is very healthy though, every doc is commenting positivity."
That's great, Drac. It's what I don't remember anything about the scans for weight or whatever during my twos. Turn.
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, "That turn just prior to going under the bridge, I like to keep it in second."
Okay. Prior to going under the bridge, you mean the tunnel? So keep it in second here. He does too. Okay. I reckon it's that turn is probably what I'm losing most of the time.
Michiel Dixoni said, "That last corner I always treat as a late apex. Stay wide late and come down on the inside of the exit."
The last... You hardly mean this one here, do you? Or the one I was just demoing, the over the bridge. and into the tunnel. So last corner, I was treated as a late apex, stay wide, late, and come down on the inside of the exit. Yeah, widen it, open it up as much.
Efficiency spot Fishincha said, note the bridge at beginning. Drag Fury said, plenty of good food, no alcohol or smoking, enjoy the pregnancy, the birth will change you forever.
That is true. Things out. So let's see efficiency, what you were saying about the bridge. That turn just prior to going under the bridge, I like to keep it in second, and then you said nope, the bridge at the beginning. Prior to going under the bridge. Second too. Is he braking there? I think he's braking there at the start of the bridge.
Michiel Dixoni said, 100 Drac Fury, I cut out all fast food before the pregnancy, and according to every other mum, she has had a dream pregnancy regarding symptoms.
That's great. Yeah, what's so funny
Drag
is...
Fury said, oh, and pack a bag full of clothes, snacks, etc. when you get close to the due date. Lucozade Sport is also good for the mum to drink. It is full of energy and electrolytes.
Yeah, great. You need a go bag. If you don't have a go bag, get a go bag.
Drag Fury said, sorry to turn the stream into a baby stream. MR Spudlet said, Jesus, could you speak any quicker?
She always speaks quick for Drac. It is part to do with the longer the message you post, the more she tries to rush through it, I think. But no, not sorry at all. I love chatting about things that aren't Gran Turismo as well, so keep it coming, lads. And any of yous that aren't so as baby inclined, talk about whatever you want to talk about too.
Drag Fury said, I go bag.
Aye, go bag. Yeah. Granola bars were very handy for us too. Jellies.
MR Spudlet said the slow guy.
Said the slow guy. Okay. So he's braking actually a lot earlier than I was there. Just coasting through it. Let's take a look at the data logger, and then I'm going to go for it. Oh, it's going off my current replay as opposed to my best. Can I change that? Huh. That's odd. I assumed it would save my best replay. It didn't. Okay. Data logger isn't going to be much use to me then. Alright. Jacking back in.
Drag Fury said, yes, cram in snacks, maybe some pot noodles unless you like hospital food, but I guess it is different in the US.
It's pretty good in Ireland, I'll tell you. high gear there. Need to tighten that up a little bit more.
Efficiency spot fishincha said, lao 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 boo boo lao lao.
Way too deep there.
Drag Fury said, I am on the Discord, Michael, if you want to message with queries etc.
That's nice of you, Drac.
Machiel Dixoni said, thank you.
That's what community's all about, lads. Nice one. So he's going into second there. Need to keep that in mind. It's be so heavy on the throttle on this car. It's gorgeous. Not there though. Missed my braking point there. Yeah, it was that bum lap either way. Down to second, you need to remember that. It's a lot faster when I do. To get over that curb so I can accelerate earlier. Breaking a bit deep there now again. For about a 123, 124 here.
Bulbus said, PSVR2 racing looks amazing but makes me nauseous. I can't play longer than 10 minutes.
Hey Boss, thanks for joining the chat, man. PSVR2 racing looks amazing but makes me nauseous. I can't play more than 10 minutes. Okay. Do you own it yourself, Bulbus? I think it's the reason I ask is I think if you try it once off, it's a bit much, but you actually kind of develop almost sea legs for it. It gets easier the more you use it.
Bulbous said, I do with a sim.
With the sim, like with the sim rig, I guess.
Efficiency spot fishingcha said, that last hoop and I like to stay very wide to the right, it helps hitting the apex.
Didn't quite get what the robot said there. I'll need to check your message after. Moira, would you enunciate more clearly, please? What am I paying you for?
Efficiency spot fishingcha said, not me and I def have sea legs lol.
Yeah, fishing will do that for you.
Effin Place said, nausea can be heaped by keeping cool with like a fan or something, and eating ginger nuts helps somehow.
What? Ginger nuts? A huge part of it is making sure
FMJ
it's fit right as well.
Danger, danger, small sausages.
So I'll check out efficiency. What were you saying to me there? That last hairpin, I like to stay very wide to the right. It helps hitting the apex. Yeah, no, what had gone wrong for me there a few times was I just broke a bit late. Went too too deep. Hey FMJ, how you doing? Danger, danger, small sausages. Good stuff. By the way, I don't plan on making content out of this stream at all, so feel free to go wild in the chat with whatever amount of trolling you want.
Machiel Dixoni said, that S2 for a wide hairpin apex.
That's 2 for a wide hairpin apex, yeah.
FMJ said, LOL, how are you, Puka?
Doing great, man. How are you? Had a bit of a different week this week where I haven't played Gran Turismo at all, basically, because I was working on that tutorial video for uploading SVGs into the game. Available now on the channel if anyone wants to check it out.
Bulbous said, does the VR not make you nauseous ever?
Not in Gran Turismo. One thing that I don't like though is I've been playing a bit of Hitman World of Assassination, and when you kind of like have
FMJ said, I didn't say it how she said it.
When you're playing a game where you can look and walk around, if you use the right analog stick to turn left or right, that can make me feel a bit weird. Some games have a setting built in that it kind of blurs and fades the side a bit as you do that, and it helps, but that's the only experience I have of feeling uncomfortable with VR. But no, funnily enough, with Gran Turismo, I've never really felt it. I've even done like in single player, I did the hour-long was it the WTC 800 race, the hour-long one I did in VR, and I did it twice and no nausea whatsoever. And that was even before I got the PS5 Pro. That was on the base PS5 and it was still fine. Bullboss, any chance you wear or need glasses? And follow-up question, do you use them in the game? Because that can make a difference too. I don't really need glasses. I sometimes wear them. And if I'm doing a longer race, I might wear them.
Said, all this baby talk has elevated my estrogen levels and I've been compelled to do my housework. Moira helps, I can hear the chat while I hoover. Machiel Dixoni said, that S right, haven't watched the video yet, but know that S a much needed content video. Appreciate you taking the time for that one.
Sure, good stuff. So one weird thing there was estrogen levels. It didn't appear in the YouTube chat, but Moira said it. Spudlet. Yeah. I wonder if YouTube filtered that, or Botrix filtered that in YouTube because of mentioning estrogen levels. That would be weird. Okay, let's jump back in here.
FMJ said, how do you find your cup of tea in VR? Also, is your bot Irish?
My bot is Irish. I picked out an Irish default one. We tried out a few on stream a while ago. There was a Swedish one and a Finnish one.
Said, no glasses, other VR games never bother me, but Gran Turismo makes my brain melt sad because it is the most immersive. MR Spudlet said, wait, casual sexism not allowed D.
Maybe Spud. That's a shame, Bulbos. What games do you like playing in VR that you don't struggle with as much? I haven't played a huge amount of anything else, to be honest. I've only maybe played an hour of Hitman, an hour of Resident Evil. That's about it. The only thing I really got it for was Gran Turismo.
FMJ said, not allowed what?
Oh, Spud posted a message that the robot read, but it didn't actually appear in the YouTube chat because he said something about estrogen levels.
Said, maybe Gran Turismo 7.
Maybe Gran Turismo 7. What? Sorry, missed context on that one. Overreacted a bit there. It's just a little early. I'll keep it in second this time as well. Yep, I like the feel of that. Improved on that lap. Definitely my best hairpin.
MR Spudlet said, Findant he cup of tea in VR is the easy, but drinking it is the hard bit, needs a straw. Ander Carter LF said, I beat gold at 122,800. Efficiency spot Fishincha said, what car are you in now, Clark?
What is it actually? I can't remember. It's whatever they give you as part of the license test. Sorry, did I see we had somebody new in the chat there as well? I think so. Andre Carter, how are you, buddy? Thanks for saying hello. Maybe, oh, it was you who said maybe Gran Turismo 7 as well. So you beat it right on the nose. You beat gold at 122,800? You mean 121,800, right on the nose, I'm guessing. Thanks for joining the chat though. Really appreciate it. Good to a few new names in the chat tonight. It's great to see. Thanks everyone.
F Place said, are you in the UK, Bulbous? MR Spudlet said, some sort of GT or a Ground 2, I think. Bulbous said, I beat Reef 4 and Village in VR, great games.
Nice.
FMJ said, is VR worth it in non-cockpit camera view? Ander Carter LF said, oh right, 122,800.
You can, sorry, I'm not sure who gave the question. Is VR not worth it in not cockpit view? You can't not do cockpit view in VR. You have to do cockpit. You have no choice.
Efficiency spot Fishincha said, you're only 20 away from hitting 350.
Oh wow. A few new subs today then, that's great.
Bulbous said, I'm in USF1N.
So you're in the US as well then? Okay, a few lads from the US tuned in today. Where are you in the US, Bull Boss? 2 East Coasters in the chat already. Yeah, we need to concentrate a bit, not improving here.
FMJ said, interesting hey cockpit view LOL.
Well, like it's unusable in the main game, but in VR it's fine. You find yourself actually using your mirrors and looking out the windows, and you get like a really good sense of where things are. Compared to cockpit view on a flat screen as well, it's a lot easier to see out in front of you, so identifying your breakpoints is way easier.
Cockpit view in VR is nearly like being in a car, though very close.
Very close, yeah.
MR Scutledge said, cockpit view works so well in VR and even better in an F1.
In a Super Formula. Actually, do you know one funny thing I noticed I'm doing here in VR? I'll show you once I get to it. So this is just completely natural, and it's something I'd be doing if I was actually driving on this course. But you see this section here, I found myself as I was getting to the top of this, to see my apex, I was doing this.
Under Carter LF said, it looks like it, Bull Boss.
But I really like being able to stare at the apex as well ahead of time and look ahead to the next one. Like it feels like look to where you're going on the road. It increase, as I mentioned earlier, I have a lot more car sympathy in VR, and that's why. Like I'm exaggerating it right now with head movement, but normally that's where my eyes are going. Also, watch, I want to show you some...
FMJ said, LOL, need a cushion for the apex.
So I'm sure some of you have heard of foveated rendering, where it's basically only putting the focus onto where my eyes are looking. So look at this, I'm not looking at my HUD on the left here right now, and it's probably quite blurry, but if I look at it, it comes into focus for you on the stream, I'm guessing. So looking away, it's probably gone out of focus.
Under Carter LF said, a cushion.
So not looking at it, and then looking at it, and I'm guessing it goes into focus. Let me know if that works, because like obviously I can't see because I'm not looking at it, but I'm curious if it comes through on the stream or not.
Machiel Dixoni said, I think it stays all in focus for us onlookers.
Ah, okay.
MR Scutledge said, do a custom race round here in an F3500A, it is an amazing experience. Machiel Dixoni said, so those in the room don't get sick LOL.
Oh, okay.
FMJ said, are you faster in VR?
No, I'm a little slower in VR. But I'm more consistent in VR. I'm less likely to spin out in VR. Car sympathy is higher.
RL said, depends where the player's eyes are, but I won't worry too much about it.
In fact, actually, as a quick test, let's go a lap or two without VR here. don't mean to cheat on the challenge or anything, but just a little bit of a live demo.
Ander Carter LF said, I am slower to Puka.
Nope. But you see, car sympathy. Not being able to look at my apex means that I'm more likely to scrub my tires and spin out.
RL said, I am faster in VR.
Definitely more. I'm just getting used to it now, but no, I know that if I spend an hour on a track trying to get a good time and then swap over to VR, I'm a lot slower. I don't know. It's like I'm struggling right now.
RL said, visual reference points change in VR. Can't he look for the same things you do in flat?
Yes, exactly. So as you can see, I'm slow in both. But I'll give it 2 more without the VR. Yeah, I'm really struggling with that first section without it, funnily enough.
Ander Carter LF said, so close.
Sorry, I'm just noticing now, Orl9010, new person in the chat. Hello, buddy. Thanks for joining.
RL said, cheers for fellow VR player.
Oh, you playing it as well? Nice one. Oh yeah, faster in VR, as you said. That's interesting. Hey, do you do the daily races in VR? Shame, it's such a nice turn 1 there. I'm pushing a bit now, lads, so you're going to see me go off it a bit more. I want to try to get that gold. Do one more and back to VR.
RL said, also on YouTube.
You're also on YouTube. Okay, I'll check you out after, buddy. You got a sub from old Puka here. Yeah, if anybody else has channels throw them in the chat if you can, and I'll join them after. Like linking in with other fellow YouTubers as much as I can.
MR Scutlet said, it would be nice if they ran daily races in VR just with VR racers rather than mixing.
Yeah, that and
Efficiency Spalfishincha said, got to go into third where you just crashed.
yes.
Ander Carter LF said, like Sammy Snake Racing.
What's that about Sammy Snake? I love Sammy. I had a coaching session with Sammy maybe about a month ago. He's a very sound lad.
RL said, I call him the most cameras for GT7 stream.
You claim the most cameras for GT7 stream. Okay. So I'm not necessarily light on them here either. I'm sorry, did you say that you do the dailies in VR?
Efficiency Spalfishincha said, sorry I know it confusing your prod like what turn LOL.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, and to be honest, well, I'm only half paying attention to what I'm doing on the track right now while I'm having the chats, but to be honest, I'm having too much fun chatting to you all to concentrate too much. So let me know if you want me to shut up and actually try to go with this.
Said, this music gives me a beat.
What music is that? Is it the Puka beatboxing? Or the heavy breathing? Love being able to do that in hairpins, just being able to look completely over like that. Arrived. Okay. I really haven't improved since I started. I got silver quite quickly. We're on for a record here. We've gotten under 152 yet. Or under 52 there, I mean.
Ander Carter LF said, in License Center it plays certain songs like classics remix of Junior's good old days.
Ah, right. Yeah, new record, 122.476. Okay, down there. A lot to gain on turn one still. That's much better. I kept it a lot later there. This is a strong lap so far. Okay, a little faster than other effort, but not by much. It's about maybe a tenth up. A bit too deep. I actually think we're closer on the Ghost here than we were last time.
Efficiency spot Fishincha said, your turn 1 is very good, it's the next 3 or 4 turns that I lose my speed. Ans said, evening all. Machieldic Sonii said, so crazy how we can be so consistent when off pace, but we LL hit good ice by accident and it is unrepeatable.
Hey Ants, thanks for joining, buddy.
Machieldic Sonii said, good exit.
Thanks everyone. Yeah, I knew I was on for it there when I stayed close to the Ghost at the hairpin. Okay, one down.
Machieldic Sonii said, ay, nice hit.
Obviously, a lot to be improved, but I'm not going for perfection here. Just want to get through a few of them. All right, in the chat, let's vote for the next one. What am I doing?
Carter LF said, yes, you beat gold. Efficiency spot Fishincha said, gold, heck yeah.
Gold, heck yeah. Thanks, everyone. I'll take this off for a second while we plan our next move. So I don't want to go into Circuit to Spa-Francorchamps because I know I'll be the entire night on that one. I have a chance of actually finishing one of these ones on the stream. So between these 4, what should I go for next? Oh,
MR Spudlet said, well done mate, good going.
I think we've
Machieldic
S6.
Sonii said, S6. MR Spudlet said, obviously you should do the wet spa, haha.
Eventually I will. I just think I'll need an entire stream for that one.
MR Spudlet said, trial mountain is vile.
Yeah, I don't like the car they give you for that one. It's a bit of a boat.
Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.
Back like tit. RL said, Super Formula is the best in VR. Ander Carter LF said, I do very good by beating all the gold on Super license. MR Spudlet said, I think Super Formula is the next most gettable. Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, Laguna Seca please.
I love how she's picking up your spelling mistakes. Super Formula. It's like the Swedish Super Formula. Yeah, I think we're in agreement then. This is what I'm going for. I'm happy to try this one. Although, I have to say, there is one thing I feckin' hate in VR that it handles when a car goes over a curb, and you'll see it here. It's not going to be as jarring for you watching, but for me, it's basically, whenever you hit a curb, your head stays straight, but the car does this suddenly, and it's very...
Sonii said, and welcome to the channel, newcomers.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, quite a few new people in the chat tonight. It's great to see. And I think it got filtered
MR
by
Spudlet
YouTube.
said, welcome to Moira's Butchers the Warish. MR Spudlet said, Moira.
Yeah. No, we'll call her Moirers from now on. What level of butchering is this? Like Tom Cruise and Far and Away butchering, or? If there's a pet peeve that I have, it's Irish accents in Hollywood movies. Do you know who I think did the absolute best Dublin accent I've ever heard from a non-dub? Tom Hanks in Cloud Atlas.
Ans said, the new time trail on Monza should be fun on VRRR.
I love Monza as well. But yeah, Tom Hanks in
MR
Cloud Atlas.
Spudlet said, haha, classic film.
Love that film. Actually, I haven't seen it since release, and
Ander Carter LF said, that SVR.
that's VR. Yeah, with the tilt. Yeah.
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, your channel is going to start growing faster and faster. You have a great channel. Drag Fury said, Nanny Moira by day by night, you know.
Huh. You know what, guys? I'm noticing something very weird today. Some of your messages, Moira is saying, I can see them coming through, but they don't appear on YouTube. And I have a little widget called Botrix installed that's meant to filter out bad messages. And I'm actually now under the impression that during a regular stream, I miss every 5th or 6th message from you. So I'm gonna have to disable that. Thanks for the compliments, though, guys. Really appreciate it. Like, I'm really hoping we can get to 500 soon so I can start introducing kind of super chats. I got a bunch of custom animations and this sort of crap ready for it, or goat.
Like and subscribe to Puka GT.
Yeah, and Ricardo, that's VR. I'm guessing you're referring to what I was complaining about on the curbs there. And Spud, classic film, one of my absolute favorites, one of my favorite soundtracks as well, but I haven't seen it since release.
Drac Fury said, I noticed that some of mine haven't been coming through. I thought I was just crazy.
You are crazy, Drac, and that's why I banned you, shadow banned you, and that's why your messages aren't coming through. I joke. These are jokes. We tell jokes with friends, yes? Oh, Drac, you never...
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, yes, I used the word hate and the message did not go through. Ander Carter LF said, 500 plus 10 likes. MR Spudlet said, it was a joke, mate, I was referring to Far and Away. MR Spudlet said, I've not seen the Tom Hanks one. Drac Fury said, Capital O.
Capital O. Moira butching the Irish accent. Yes, but I haven't seen, you know, my wife hasn't seen Far and Away yet. Been meaning to show it to her. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, even. Wow, Spud, you have the second fastest time out of all my friends here. That's you there, Spud, isn't it? Gary Crimble. So, look, you killed Sammy Snake. Snake is dead. Okay, I think we'll just go for this. Actually, what do we think?
Shield Ixoni said, this is a riot. Drac Fury said, what was you going to ask me?
Yes, Drac, I was meant to say, you promised me a Peter Griffin impression a while ago and I didn't get it.
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, never did Laguna Seca in a Formula 1. MR Spudlet said, tis me. MR Spudlet said, Gary.
Yeah, nice one, Spud. Crazy time. Watch this. So...
Drac Fury said, Snake got squashed. MR Spudlet said, JSSI beat Sammy WTF.
Yeah, Jay Alifon at the top there is a streamer who I really like called Flux89.
Drac Fury said, alright. Machiel Dixoni said, that's impressive.
Yeah, Jay Alifon, the guy who's just ahead of you there, Spud, is another guy who's sometimes in the chat with us, an Australian lad called Flux89. He's an A-rank driver and a content creator on YouTube as well. Very, very nice dude. No, I'm off there. Okay. The old corkscrew. I have to say, this is what VR is made for, single-seater racing. It's so cool. I love it so much. Look at my skinny little legs. Oh, you can brake really late in these cars.
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, VR in Formula 1 is amazing.
No, I really wish they would bring PSVR to support the console for F1 25.
Drac Fury said, no sandcastles allowed at Laguna. Ander Carter LF said, and I didn't go very well racing the F1 Laguna Seca. Ander Carter LF said, but I like F1.
I love F1, huge F1 fan here. Funny enough, not a Mercedes fan, despite what my t-shirt is telling you. I'm a McLaren fan, I like all the merch. So my vision's a little to the side. You have to be looking straight ahead when the race starts, or it skews your vision a bit. So where can I brake here? He's braking between the 3 and the 2.
Drag Fury said, you should run Tokyo East CC at night with these F1 cars. Free fireworks show amazing sight. Ants said, this VR look wow. MR Spudlet said, presume we are all in agreement that Nigel Mansell is the GOAT.
I think personality-wise for me he is.
Drag Fury said, indeed.
Big Scouser head. I'm a new fan to F1 though. Only really started following it in the last 2 years, but following it religiously now at least. But I've kind of gone back and watched a few things about the history of F1 and different seasons, and so I'm aware of the 90s era, but didn't actively follow it back then. Even though it was on in the background, I knew of Schumacher, watched the odd race as a kid, but didn't really know what I was watching.
MR Spudlet said, and I say that in all seriousness, smiley face.
Mansell being the GOAT, I assume you mean.
Ander Carter LF said, Nigel Mansell is a GOAT.
This is so much fun, lads. My favourite stuff to do in the game. I think this is the best Gran Turismo experience you can have, bar none. Okay, just trying to push the limits of it here. It's mostly glued to the track, but as you can see, you can push it into a spin if you want.
Machiel Dixoni said, someone explain why I got heavily into Indy cars a few years ago. Love it, tried F1 and keep falling asleep.
Okay, interesting.
MR Spudlet said, it is when I started watching it Mansell Senna-crossed. I drifted out of it late 90s and started again the night Lulu got screwed at Yas Marina. Ander Carter LF said, you should probably watch the demonstration video.
Yes, I will, Andre Carter. I just want to... I like to do it this way, where I learn the track a little bit myself first, so I know where my turns are, just so I get a layout, and then I know kind of what to look for in the demonstration lap a little better. That's how I like to do it. Get warmed up on the track first for about 5 or 10 laps, then head over to the demo. I'm a complete novice with this course, by the way. I've never raced it, aside from whatever 1 or 2 races in single player I might have had. But I know it by reputation quite well. Famous corkscrew. Oh, that's what I hate. I hate that in VR. That's nauseating. Oof, that was a little nauseating actually. The elevation changes are a little... they're quick like that. Okay, too much.
FNJ said, down with this sort of thing, careful now with this VR stuff, LOL.
Down with this sort of thing. Careful now. No, Dougal, this car is small, but the ghost is far away. Oh, it feels so cool. I'm having the literal time of my life here, lads. Oh no, at the end. Just being able to look around the corkscrew like that is so cool. Ooh, okay. Not sure if you guys could see what I did there, but I left the matrix for a moment. Okay, I need to be wider into there. Okay, let's try again. I wonder if an upshift there would help me.
Drag Fury said, the rear bias is hurting you in my opinion. Nail, the tire temp went to 177 degrees then.
Oh, right.
Drag Fury said, but no tips allowed, Jacob, my bad.
Yeah, well, you've got better view of what's going on with the tire temps than I do. Still improving anyway, just slow gains.
Ander Carter LF said, no tips, got it. Drag Fury said, it's only when you spin out.
Oh no, tips more than welcome, lads. It's just whether
Hans said, man, I would but PS5 Pro and VR just for this. Drag Fury said, they jumped 20 degrees on the hot dogs, LOL.
Which turns are the hot dogs? Haven't heard of that one before. No! I need to adjust my seating area a bit.
Drag Fury said, the sausages. Ander Carter LF said, you mean I would buy PS5? Drag Fury said, on track. Drag Fury said, on the rumble strips.
On the rumble strips. Right. Okay, let's take a look at the demo. Ants, I will do a video on base PS5 versus PS5 Pro with the VR at some point, but I don't think it makes much of a difference.
FMJ said, Chipolatas.
Chipolatas. Like, I
Jack
thought.
Fury said, I love a good hot dog.
Oh, that got filtered.
MR Spudlet said, can't he believe there will be no Johnny Logue in the Eurovision tomorrow night?
I haven't watched the Eurovision in decades. It was such a big part of my childhood when Ireland was doing well in it, and just I never liked the music. I've never liked pop music, so it's never really been my thing.
Drac Fury said, who's Johnny Logan?
Yeah, I'm not even 100% sure myself. Gonna go. Sorry, burping from my coke there. Johnny Logan.
MR Spudlet said, fair weather fan you say who?
Johnny Logan, Australian-born Irish singer, songwriter, music group, The Crowd. Yeah, I can't say I know him too well. He composed 2 Eurovision songs for Linda Martin. And he competed for Ireland a bit before my time now, 1980. There you go. Learn about my own cultural heritage here.
MR Spudlet said, he has been involved in more victories than I've had pizzas, I think.
I didn't even know there was that many Eurovisions. Actually, we got a few American lads in the chat. Have you even heard of the Eurovision? Like, is it a thing that's covered in the US at all?
Drac Fury said, Russ Conway was my grandfather's brother BTW if anyone knows who that was D.
I don't. I'll have to Google it. Actually, here's a nerdy little bit of trivia that I can give you from my television production days. But the Eurovision final is the largest live TV event in the world. It's bigger than the World Cup final, and it's bigger than the Super Bowl in terms of complexity, in terms of cameras on the action. I know going back to 2010, it was the highest paid job in TV production was the live TV director of the Eurovision that year. It's an insanely intense job. If you ever want to see what that's like, look on YouTube to see behind the scenes video, live TV direction, the Oscars. There's a famous clip from the 90s on it. It is such a difficult job. It is crazy cool, but intense. You've got like 5 voices in your ear counting down numbers all at once while you're counting out to people which one of 30 cameras you want people to jump to, queuing up music, VT footage.
Drac
it's
Fury
crazy stuff.
said, nothing like the live EastEnders episodes then D.
They do EastEnders live? Jeez, that's news to me. Where is he braking? Suppose I don't have brake lights here. Does the wing light up? No, okay, so we don't have brake
Drac
lights. We need to
Fury
look for the ABS
said,
light.
Yeah.
Wow, that's news. Did not know that.
Drac Fury said, we've done it about 5 times now.
Interesting. I wonder how that, like, I imagined with EastEnders, a lot of their sets were probably in the same location. They had to do a bit of disassembly and reassembly between scenes, so.
Drac Fury said, some good clips of them forgetting lines and also using IRL names.
I love that stuff. Okay, looks like he is. So I see the ABS light.
Ants said, Dan Hawkins that plays guitar for the darkness in my eyes is a very underrated guitarist.
Ants.
Drac Fury said, yeah.
Ants, 100% agree with you, dude. I believe In a Thing Called Love came on the radio the other day. I hadn't heard it in a while, and what an absolute banger of a tune. Like, I know it was cheesy, tongue-in-cheek and whatever, but the guitar in that is like... It's that same sort of Eddie Van Halen, I got a smile on my face while I'm playing
Fury
this kind of buzz.
Said, they called Ian Beale Steve Haha.
I don't know the characters of EastEnders now, but... Actually, did you ever watch Lost? I remember in season 1 of that, Ian Somerhalder's character, Boone, is wandering through the jungle and he's looking for the dog. And I can't remember the dog's name in the show. I think it might have been Vincent. But he starts screaming Madison in the episode, and I was watching it going, who the fuck is Madison? I remember having to Google it at the time, and it was the dog's real name, and no one caught it. It's in the final show, even with all the editing that goes into it. So it happens even when it isn't live. Okay, so I reckon he's braking at the line before the 1 there. Okay, we're at the 2. Interesting. Look at this. I see brake input, but I don't see ABS input. So he's braking at the 2. Normally the red ABS light is how I check. Yeah,
Drag Fury said, I'm going to do a Puka AI song in the style of the Darkness guitar riffs.
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of the goat. Interesting. Did anybody else see that? Normally when a car doesn't have brake lights, I use the ABS light turning red to see where they start braking, but I actually saw brake input before I saw the ABS light come on. That hasn't happened before. But it looks like he's braking after the 2 there, bringing it down to 2nd. But here, I think he was borderline flat out. Maybe just a little lift. Okay, 0 brake input. Let's look at this bumper.
Ants said, you can only smile when that man plays the guitar. Have you ever seen the documentary of the Gorillaz? If not, go watch it. Really a good watch.
Oh, thanks for the shout out on that, Ants. I haven't. I love a good music doc though, and I do like the Gorillaz. Love Damien Albarn in general. Such a creative talent. Like Blur, like a lot of their songs really hold up for me. Okay, so he is just completely flat out through that turn. I've been braking there. Okay. All right.
Drag Fury said, yeah, some corners in this car you can go flat. MR Spudlet said, didn't TMAKR Hamill Luke Skywalker shout out Carrie at the end of Star Wars as he gets out of the X-Wing? FMJ said, fucking great singing. Ander Carter LF said, I like Gorillaz too.
Nice, nice. I did not know that about Star Wars. I'll have to check for that. Interesting. Fucking great singing. I hope you mean me, FMJ. Carter, I like Gorillaz too. I saw the Darkness live in 2004. I was at a music festival here. It was the largest in Ireland at the time, called Oxygen, and David Bowie was meant to headline it. Was really excited to see him, but he had heart troubles the same weekend, was in hospital and couldn't do it. So the Darkness, who were meant to be on second last that night, ended up playing a double set and they lit the place up. Like, there was probably no diehard fans there, but a lot of people left as fans that night, I think. Because they were kind of like a joke band. They were a campy kind of, were a goofy homage to a time, like a big hair band time that's passed. But musically, they do really hold up. As long as you're not taking it too seriously. He wasn't flat out there. out there as well. Surprises here. A lot to learn from this lap. So what are we doing here? Braking up the 2, going down to 3rd, 2nd. Okay, tiny brake application here. Flat out here. 5th. There, 4th. Flat out here. This one surprises me. It's the camera allows for it, I guess.
Ants said, Justin Hawkins has some crazy vocals, man.
That's the singer for The Darkness, is it? I don't know them that well. Like, I never owned an album. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, really easily able to swap from regular to falsetto. Quite a bit to take in. So yeah, it strikes me as there's a few lessons I'll take from that, but I think ultimately this is one that I just kind of have to feel a bit. Just have to take notes about like where I can go flat out and aggressive and where I can't, and then aside from that I'm just going to pay attention to what feels right for me. Funny thing, I'm not sure if there's many other guitarists in the chat, but I always find there's a disparity between the music I like listening to and the songs I love playing on guitar. They're normally quite closely aligned, but there's stuff that can be... Drake Carter, now you get that. Moira.
Under Carter LF said, now you get that.
So I was wondering if Moira fell asleep on me there. Now I get that. What? Just the race layout and the places I can go flat out. Yeah, it will take me some time, but I'll get it. We've still got time here. What time we got now? I'm going to be streaming for about maybe about another hour-ish. We'll see if we can get this one in that time. But yeah, as I was saying, the songs I like listening to and the songs I like playing on guitar are sometimes different things.
Said, I play guitar as a beginner of 10 years. I play the songs I like to listen to.
I've been playing definitely 30 years, maybe 31, 32 years now. Definitely peaks and plateaus in there, but fairly consistent progress the whole way through.
Efficiency spot fishingcha said, jingle bells, Batman smells Robin laid an egg.
We'll consider that America's Eurovision entry. Yeah, my favorite song to play on guitar, probably at the moment, Panama by Van Halen. It's just got so many fun little bits to it, and like the solo's wild. I love doing all this simple little finger tapping stuff in it. But it's just such a fun kind of energetic song. But listening to it, not so sure. It's like maybe a little bit too hammy for my taste. I didn't really grow up with the big hair metal. I was more of a 90s grunge guy, so It's stuff I never naturally listen to, but yeah, I kind of find myself liking it a bit more. Particularly, I'm not sure if you guys have seen Peacemaker. Amazing show. I love that show to pieces, but an ongoing thing about his character is how much he loves 80s hair metal. And like the soundtrack is just filled with it. I'm like, hey, this is fun. There's a lot of fun stuff in here. There's a lot of modern bands as well playing 80s hair metal for the show as well. Alright, let's jack back in, get into this. Shout out some other bands you like to me, people. I love talking music. Love talking TV and movies as well. We try with a neutral brake balance here as well. I don't think it'll make a crazy difference. Like, just curious if it makes a difference with the tire temps. I'm so flat out here.
Hans said the Pixies.
Oh, I love the Pixies. I saw them live last summer with my wife. One of my favorite shows ever. My first time seeing them. Oh, that was the one I was meant to be flat out on.
M.R. Spudledge said, ILL sing the fields of Athenry to you if you like.
By the lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Love that song. Used to sing it for my kids as a lullaby. Good man to melt a ballad with a drink of meat.
Talking about Eurovision, remember the Father Ted episode where they enter with My Lovely Horse song?
Sure, it's the most iconic episode of the show. How could I not remember it? My lovely horse running through the field. Where are
M.R. Spudledge said, no use for a name, did a Killer Punk version.
Oh, I didn't get that. Moira messed it up on me, sorry. It feels so fun to do flat out. No, I didn't break hard enough there. Pushing too hard. Just about kept it in. Flat out here. Okay. It's a tricky one. Oh, I hate that. Tiny lift. Didn't widen up my entry enough. I got it once or twice. It's evading me. Sorry, my vision's a little skewed here. Start again.
Drac Fury said, I've APMDU the song, it should be able to be played.
Okay, I'll check it out after. But yeah, Drac, get me that Peter Griffin impression as well. What a legend. A hero among men, that Peter Griffin. Carrying a bit more speed in that time, alright though, so that's good. To lift. A lot of bouncing the car around.
Drac Fury said, what does Peter need to say?
Get him to say, subscribe to Puka GT, ya bozo. And something about parking the car with the proper, making use of the Boston accent. Park a car. That's the flat out one. What are we doing? Silver anyway. So I'm exactly 2 seconds off. Plenty of time to find though, like I'm still finding my feet with it. I want to be more aggressive there than I seem to be able to be.
FNJ said, Offspring, Goo Goo Dolls, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Bruce Springsteen and Chuck Norris for comedic purposes.
Chuck Norris made music? What? That's news to me. That's quite an eclectic list. Goo Goo Dolls, did they ever do much other than Dizzy Up the Girl? Like, I know they had probably a couple of albums, but it feels like everything I ever hear about them is just from that one. Same one that featured Iris.
Ander Carter LF said, Chuck Norris is dead.
Yes, he is. That Walker Texas Ranger sequel.
FNJ
less likely to
said,
happen now.
he never dies.
He's taking a break from living.
Ander Carter LF said, yes he did.
Died or made music? I know he died anyway, I didn't know about the music part.
FNJ said, I know, bless him.
Which Bruce Lee film was he in again? Was it Way of the Dragon? Where they had that big epic fight near the end? I think it was Way of the Dragon. I can't remember if he was in Enter the Dragon 2. I don't think he was. Maybe he was.
Said, big time Red Hot Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters fan.
Seen Red Hot Chili Peppers twice. Foo Fighters I would give my right leg to see. Just
MR
haven't been able to yet.
said, Way of the Dragon.
Way of the Dragon, thought so, yeah. It's the one set in Italy, I think.
MR Scudlet said, even a Jew at Chuck Norris would kick you rebut. MR Scudlet said, no he was not in Enter. MR Scudlet said, Bob Wall was in Enter.
Ah, okay. I have a really bad memory of Enter for some reason. I remember a lot of the other Bruce Lee ones better. I think maybe it's because Enter was the first one I saw, and then I kind of went back and watched the other ones with a higher appreciation. It's stuck in the right there. Flat out there. Just not concentrating at all here, lads. Sorry.
Andrew Carter LF said, you know Pucker you need just a tour.
Sorry, I need to take a look at what that is. What? Don't fully know what you mean by that, Andre. I just don't understand, sorry. It's an entry, yep. I remember when I was 16, I was in a band with this chap, drummer. We were really close friends, and his uncle is a very, very famous drummer, arguably one of the drummer in probably the most famous Irish band of all time. Because of that, we used to get invited to the odd kind of cool event. And we were invited to this drum show workshop that was being hosted by Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and this was in a tiny venue, like maybe only about 200-300 people in it. And it was like real up close and personal, like it was.
FMJ said, when he was alive Chuck Norris got track limits warning at Spas fellow apologized. MR Scudlet said, I loved Enter I code games on old 80s and 90s computers as a hobby. My current project is a port of the 1984 classic Bruce Lee game. I am adding the character Williams from Enter the Dragon to it.
Nice. Like that Chuck Norris joke before as well. But anyway, at this drum workshop, it was Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was the guy who composed the percussion for Riverdance, and then it was just a couple of other local bits of talent. I remember the claim to fame from that night was, like, me and my friend, I think we were only like 15, 16 at the time, and it was an over 18s event, so nobody was checking IDs once we were in the door, and we, like, you know, two poor kids, I think we had enough money for like 2 pints each. Sam goes in to get the pints, and he's walking back in, and to walk back to your seats, you basically have to walk right in front of the stage, and it's borderline ground level, so he's there in front of Chad, who's like talking to the audience at the time, and he grabs one of the beers out of Sam's hand, downs it, and we're like, cool. We're also down a fucking beer. So we had to share one between us. It was the last one we could afford that night. So Chad, if you ever happen to see this, you owe me half a beer, you prick. Love your music, but you owe me half a beer. And yes, he does look like Will Ferrell in real life. Small lifts. It's fast though.
MR Scotland said, "But what a shithead."
It was worth it though. One of the
MR Scotland said, "A funny shithead, pal."
yeah, that it was all in good fun. Just about. Oh, I can't see where I'm going. It went completely dark for me there. I'm going to need to adjust this. I'm curious, can you guys see that, I wonder? You can't. So, when I lean my head too much, I actually exit the VR view and I just see this green grid around me and I can't see the game anymore. And going through that, I'm amazed I actually kept it in because I couldn't see where I was going for a good 3 seconds in the middle there.
Estrogen wearing thing now nearly finished my housework.
Somebody type estrogen for me. I think that's a blocked word. I can hear it, but I can't see it in the chat.
Super Jonico said, "Evening."
Hey, Super Jonico, how you doing, buddy? I've been watching a few of your streams since you were last on.
MR Scotland said, "We saw the blackout."
You saw the blackout. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need to recalibrate. Because it doesn't take much. It was just leaning my head about that much and it was going out.
Super Jonico said, "Great to see another brave soul streaming with VR." Ander Carter LF said, "What I mean torque was at sector 1 you stop at gear 3 and while turning turn gear 2 and accelerate and the next turn stop at gear 3 accelerate and the last 10 keep accelerating and stay at gear 5.
That's going to be a lot easier to read than to listen to. Okay, so what I'm...
Drac Fury said, "I've sent a selection of songs, it's random lyrics, I do love them though, great hits."
Okay, I'm going to have to check this out now. I'm going to call you out live and stream, Drac. Let's hear. So what to go back to yourself, Andre. What I mean torque-wise was at sector 1, you stop at gear 3 and while turning, turn gear 2 and accelerate, and then the next turn stop at gear 3, accelerate, and then turn key accelerating and stay at gear 5.
Drac Fury said, "Just get God."
Yeah, that's just it. Just get good, mate.
Drac Fury said, "Capital D." Super Jonico said, "Good ta."
Good ta. That's some good ta. God, I love Moira. My Discord is struggling to install an update here. A scary moment during the week, lads. I tried updating the firmware on my wheelbase and I nearly bricked it.
"Have a listen to the No Use for a Name punk cover of the Fields of Athenry when you get a chance."
Will do. Hookah on the Grid Volume 1.
Drac Fury said, bless the ice god.
So look, I think if I enable Discord audio here, the one that I normally use for Discord chat, we can probably actually hear it in the stream. Okay, Discord audio is live.
In the lane, black coat, lean and slick. Pygmy Irish rocket, he's a total classic trick. Gran Turismo 7, he's a blur. Hey, Puka on the grid! Puka on the grid! Puka on the grid!
Give them a proper listen later. Yeah, Suno's a weird one. I'm just not a fan of AI music. I've used it for the Puka theme songs, of course. I find it's better at electronica than it is at actual like rock and music that involves actual instruments. Yeah, I was watching a Cold Fusion video the other day about a band that got quite popular in Japan, a new metal kind of style band, and they kept it under wraps that it was actually just an AI for ages. And because of its popularity, and even after they were discovered, they hired a bunch of people to play their songs live. The person who made the actual AI music then hired a band to stand in as the band members, and they're doing a tour now, which is
Drac Fury said, pretty generic AI music. I did my lovely horse cover for a laugh.
Where's my OBS gone on me here? Sorry guys, 1 second. I'm dealing with a very small window here. There we go. You know the theme song in the Puka anime intro that I made? That was actually Google Gemini in the end. It wasn't even Suno. I find sometimes Gemini does a better job.
Said, I don't know a lot of Irish music, but for some reason in SA people get blackout drunk when it's St. Patrick's Day and they always play Flogging Molly. I enjoy their music.
They're not Irish. Are they American or Canadian? I can never remember. I know Dropkick Murphys are definitely American. Flogging Molly, probably American. They're fun.
Drac Fury
Irish,
said, I do like a natter with Gemini.
Yeah. A good old natter. So Ants, you don't know many Irish bands? That surprises me. Like, per capita, we put out a lot of really good music. Trying to think of South African bands that I know. The only one that comes to mind is the Antwoord. I think you're freaky. Stop leaning your head out the cockpit.
Super Jonico said, are we trying for all gold here?
That's the idea. I've only got one so far tonight, and I've still got like 5 more to go, so definitely won't be doing it all on stream. Main point of tonight though is to just have the chats, have some fun. So I'm sure you've gleaned from watching a few minutes of this, I'm not taking it overly seriously or concentrating quite as much as I probably should. Tell me if you want me to shut up about the music chat so lads and actually concentrate on the times.
Ants said, do you know Seether?
Oh, Seether is... Are they South African? I didn't know that. I don't know them well, but I loved that song. I know they did it originally and then they did it with Amy Lee, Broken. I remember that being... That was very me as a moody teen, being like, my parents don't understand me. Rocking out to that
Carter
track.
LF said, yes, I heard of Seeker.
Sorry, Seeker or Seether? Can't see.
Ander Carter LF said, they had a song called Fake It.
Well, so I need to take a look here. Seeker or Seether? Yeah, Seether.
Ander Carter LF said, I heard that song from Ben Out Paradise.
Paradise.
Ander Carter LF said, this means Seether.
Ah, right, yeah.
Said, they went big in the States but the lead vocalist is South African. MR Scudlet said, is Ben Out Paradise the game that started with Paradise City on the intro? Ander Carter LF said, I mean Seether. MR Scudlet said, actually obviously it is with a name like that.
That's interesting. I had no idea the singer from that band was South African. Can't say I knew them too well. It was just like a couple of songs would pop onto Kerrang back in the day. Shout out to any other UK and Irish lads who remember MTV2 and Kerrang video requests. It was basically all that was on my TV
Ander
for hours
Carter
after
LF
school.
said, yeah, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. Take me down to the Paradise City. Love Slash. My son is called Axel. I'm not joking, yeah.
Super Jonico said, Paradise is some weak Ben Out, get yourself some takedown.
Burnett Takedown. Didn't play many of those games actually. Kind of had a time period where I wasn't really that into racing games.
Super Jonico said, Guns is my favorite band too.
Yeah, they're really up there for me. Slash is definitely one of my favorite guitarists. But there's a lot of keyboard warriors online on guitar forums that would describe him as a bit of a mid guitarist, but like very few guitarists in the world who are able to play at his level. Like ultimately, when you think about it, he's fun. Yeah, there's way more technical guitarists out there, but he's expressive and he's fun. He's got a whole vibe to him that I always thought was quite cool when I was growing up.
MR Scutlet said, Slash is incredible, his playing is accessible to the common man. Super Jonico said, also has a cool hat.
It's a very cool hat. He used to have the same top hat. Part of a Halloween costume one year and I didn't have the heart to get rid of it afterwards. Actually, if there was a theme song that I think we have for my laps tonight, it's just a little patience. Cut that. Nice, that was completely flat out. I think that would have been one of my better efforts. I'm not faffed the final corner there, but yeah, it would have been, even with that bad final corner, new record. Might have even made it. I could have been a contender. Lift a little bit there. Oof. Did it. I was far away until I wasn't. Alright, apologies, just going to take a quick 2-minute break and then I'll be right back. I'll leave you with some Puka TV.
You are watching the GBC, television for goats.
Sun comes up on a lazy day, nothing better's on its way. Oh, what a yummy start with honey nut pukas. Honey nut pukas.
They're edible!
How can the heart truly want what the mind can never possess? And just like the tide, he was gone. Hookah, the new fragrance from this ship.
Puka GT, bleeding through the cars, burning up the streets. Puka GT, for who fury that you just can't beat. He's dodging the palm and he's hitting the gas. He's the golden crack and the head of the class. Puka GT, Puka!
Watch the Super Bowl together. Kim has remained tight-lipped about her new beau, but Puka had this to say.
銀河の彼方より機械の軍勢が攻め来るメジャーの手話劇この星の運命は俺の走行が未来を切り開くぜ響けプーカ GT 魂のクラッシュスピードの先へ銀河の信者なのだ Go 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 プーカ GT プーカ GT
The Puka GT Experience.
I don't know, man. I think ivermectin is more than just medication for goats.
Live from New York City, it's time for
And we are back. Finally, says everyone. Nice. Ants, do I know Dave Matthews Band? Knew a few songs from them. Was never a huge fan, but I liked The Space Between. That was on my playlist kind of about 20 years ago. Listened to it for a while. And they had another one, Crash Into Me. Are they South African as well? I wouldn't know. I don't know them too well. Actually, let me do a quick Google here. Most famous bands from South Africa. Did you ever like the Antwoord? That was that was very me in college now. Farm Circle, Fresh at Watershed, just in here. I think they had a huge drum and bass scene in South Africa. Oh, there you are, up in 4th, Super Janico. We got split up in 2nd there. Really solid time from yourself there, Super Janico. Oh, look! I beat Sammy Snake. The only time we will ever see that. Of course, he probably did once. But I will feckin' take it. What's faster, a goat or a snake? Today, a goat for one time only. Okay, I'm only going to be on for another 30 minutes, so we'll give one more a try. What are we thinking? So we
Super Jonico said, "That's surprising to me, haha."
Being up in 4th, yeah. Still a great time though. All right, which one am I doing, guys? Yeah, I would guess so.
Scudlet said, "Yes, Amy did one lap and probably did it blindfolded."
I would imagine so. He probably had his girlfriend, fiance, can't remember what she is to him, do it for him. So, what are we thinking between these three?
Super Jonico said, to be fair, I'm a bit of an F1 fan.
Have you got to try any of the F1 games in VR? Can you play on PC?
Super Jonico said, so drive it a lot.
My first experience, the thing that got me into sim racing was the F1 games originally. But then once I discovered Gran Turismo 7, particularly the online mode, I just skewed away from it slowly but surely. Come on guys, which one am I doing here? Are we doing Interlagos, Trial Mountain Circuit, or Sardinia?
MR Scutlet said, I found Zonda easiest of the remaining ones.
I imagine I will probably find that one easiest. I would know the Interlagos course better than the other two. This one's a dirt race, so I'll be fecked.
Machiel Dixoni said, you said you weren't feeling S6 early and might take a while, so go for S5.
Thanks, thanks Michilio Dixoni, or Michael. The only issue with that one is I reckon I will probably do better on a controller than I would on a wheel, being a dirt track. I'm leaning towards Interlagos, so are you happy to see me try that one, guys? I think it's the only one I have a hope, like an outside hope of completing in half an hour. You know what? I want to try a lap.
Machiel Dixoni said,
just to see
oh,
how
never
dirt
mind,
feels on the
LOL,
wheel.
didn't he know it was dirt? Ander Carter LF said, try Saudina windmills.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try it anyway.
Machiel Dixoni said, go for it. Drac Fury said, Zonda is nice. Super Jonico said, my PC is a potato, so not done it properly. I am sure no one cares, but I think I have the largest collection of F1 games in the world.
Class. We're able to. It's so. You know, one thing that really annoyed
Drac
me.
Fury said, this one is 2 corners only.
Yeah, 2 big corners. Super Jonico, do you know one thing that really bothered me? I got into the F1 game series on F1 2023, and that was the second round of Breaking Points, the story mode. And you can't get F1 21 anywhere. So I wasn't able to play the first part of it. So I played part 2 and 3, but never got to play the first part.
MR Spudlet said, turning early is the only advice I can give.
Yeah. I was trying this on a controller not too long ago. Maybe about a week or 2 ago. Okay, so let me just reset this. Oh, it feels so floaty and weird. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh god.
Drac Fury said, get the back end out and put your foot down is my advice, Jet Buddy.
This is so much easier on a controller, honestly.
Super Jonico said, older PC games all got removed, yeah.
Yeah, on PlayStation Network too, they get removed. It's like whenever they bring out a new version of a FIFA or a F1 or whatever, they delist the old ones. Just stop. So they don't have to support them anymore. Oh my word! Okay, watch this. Controller, not ready. Actually, my wheel's not going to go at the same time here, is it?
MR Scudlet said, this is a controller-only track for me, smiley face. Super Jonico said, we all voted and have decided you are not allowed to end the stream until you've got gold on Spallow in the Porsche.
Oh, I have stuff to do this
Drac
weekend
Fury
though.
said, take a trip down to SexULL, find a copy. Ander Carter LF said, Starburst for me.
I don't have a disc drive on my PlayStation. Oh, geez, that didn't go a whole lot better. Jeez, this was a lot easier for me the last time I did it.
Drag Fury said, "Oh,
Yeah, last time I bought a physical game was PS3 generation.
Drag Fury said, the barrier collision is balls."
Came to a complete stop there. I will try one lap of Spa as well, just for fun. Not sure fun if it's the word
MR
I use,
Scotland said, this whole test is balls.
yeah, I'm just not interested in dirt racing. You know, it's one of the few achievements I don't have left on the game is win 10 dirt races. Alright, that's enough of that nonsense.
Ander Carter LF said, and off track is balls as well.
It's all balls. Alright, we'll try one in Spa and then I'm going to move on to the Zonda. I might actually need to change my force feedback settings for this. I feel really high up in this car actually. Oh. Yeah, we're done. Okay. I feel like my head is protruding through the roof. You know what I mean?
Drag Fury said, I would recommend the R32 Skyline kitted out with dirt tires you can't lose. Drag Fury said, lose.
You're just forgetting the achievement. Yeah.
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, congrats on the gold buddy.
Cheers, dude. Okay, I need to brake way earlier than I think. There's no hope of me getting through Eau Rouge at this rate. Alright, back up the fence. There we go, nice and conservative. It's like ice skating while drunk. Though I think I'm better at that.
Drag Fury said, this as a single make race C would be grand.
Love the interior of this car though, very cool. Can I coast through there? Do I need the brake? Left tires on the curb there caused me to spin out. Okay, just one more tie, then I actually want to move on
Super
to
Jonico said, this time trial is pure evil.
Yeah, I've heard. I don't even remember getting the bronze in it. I probably got it on a controller 2 years ago.
Drag Fury said, "This is a very hard test, BTW."
I'm not in the mood for this right now. I think I'll dedicate an entire stream to this one.
Fishincha said, "You need a jock strap to drive this thing." MR Scudlet said, "Obviously need to pay very close attention to the dry line."
Yes. Yeah, you do. Sorry. I tell you, every time I drive in a new car for the first time in VR, I find myself appreciating the interior a lot. It's like the amount of detail that goes into this game that nobody ever sees is just mind-boggling. Oh, bumping my mic there, sorry about that. Look how cool that is. Alright.
Ander Carter LF said, "It looks like a Elite GT12 from Split Second."
Oh, earlier. Okay.
Drag Fury said, "You should be saying the center in this car now."
Sorry, Jack, what the fuck are you saying? You should be say in the center in this car now. I actually don't even know what you mean, sorry. Should be sat in the center? I'm sat where I'm sat. Didn't have much of a choice in the matter. Oh, okay. He looked on longingly
Drag
at where he's
Fury
meant to go.
said, "Split Second was ahead of its time. I loved playing Ben Out series at that time." Drag Fury said, "Sat."
Earlier.
Drag Fury said, "Oh no, that's the McLaren."
Sorry, I'm having a laugh at this. Yeah, do you need to break it to 150 here? Don't have a feel for this at all. This is interesting.
Drag Fury said, "Brakes are paper plates on this thing." Super Jonico said, "Apex over there somewhere." Machiel Dixoni said, "Love Split Second, been playing it again on P streaming."
Split Second, I heard a couple of you mention that there. I don't think I know that one.
Super Jonico said, "Split Second was decent."
Interesting. I don't remember that one. PS3 era, was it? Where's my McDonald's hamburger? There it is. Need a bit of a clean.
Drag Fury said, "PS2 I think even."
PS2, okay.
Super Jonico said, "I got out run 2 working with my rig, best day of my life." Drag Fury said, "First use of time mechanics in a game, you could pause time." Drag Fury said, "And rewind time."
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's such a common feature in a lot of arcade games now.
Drag Fury said, Epic Super Jonico, Michiel Dixonii said, made by a Disney dev trying to do something new in the racing world. Total arcade racer, big explains and fast decisions.
Okay. Just lenses here.
MR Scudlid said, Outrun 2 is mega. Michiel Dixonii said, also loved Blur around that time.
That was Blur, I remember the name of. I never played it though. It's funny, late 90s, I had a wheel and pedals for Gran Turismo 1.
Drag Fury said, and big planes.
And I loved Gran Turismo 1, and then I never got Gran Turismo 2, and I pretty much completely went off racing games then for 20 something years.
Michiel Dixonii said, explosions. Super Jonico said, Puka, you should give the original arcade Ridge Racer a go with wheel. It came out on PS5 a little while ago.
Did it? I thought Ridge Racer on PS5 was a
Efficiency Spot Fishincha said, hardest race I ever won on GTZ was racing Sophie in Formula 1 car on this track. Drag Fury said, you missed GT3 A spec.
I did actually. Gran Turismo 3 is the exception. I had it, but I think I played it twice, and then I returned it. Just was not into racing games around then. Ridge Racer. I thought it was, let me just check for Ridge Racer here. I was under the impression Ridge Racer was one of those stream-only classics. I didn't realize it was a fully working game for PS5.
Ander Carter LF said, I heard of Gran Turismo 3. Michiel Dixonii said, Infusion anyone?
Yeah.
Drag Fury said, check out Grid as well, Clark.
Grid. I have a couple of the Grid games. Yeah, Ridge Racer. It's one of those streaming only ones. It doesn't run natively, and I'm not on Premium Plus. I'm just on the tier down from that one. I can't remember what it's called. It's a shame. I used to love that game on PlayStation 1.
Drag Fury said, Type 4 was the best. Michiel Dixonii said, Grid needs a little Polish but fantastic game. Super Jonico said, PS1 version is on Plus. Search for Arcade Archives Ridge Racer for the proper arcade version, which is wheel compatible.
PS. So Super Jonico, are you telling me that without PS Premium I can play Ridge Racer? I think I need to be on Premium.
Drag Fury said, Grid was great.
Yeah, not seeing it. I think I own Grid. Let me just double check. There's so many games I end up getting
Super
for free.
Jonico said, I think it's a paid thing. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, I don't have Premium anymore. I lowered my tier of membership a while ago just because I wasn't getting the use out of it.
Super Jonico said, but well worth it for an incredible hour.
Oh.
Ander Carter LF said, do you ever played Ridge Racer 2?
I only remember playing the first one. I'll give this one a shot. I've never played Grid. I might do a stream sometime where I try out a bunch of different racing games just to get a sense of them. Alright, let's go back to Gran Turismo 7. Thanks for the recommendations, lads. Appreciate it.
Drac Fury said, there are several, and Carter LF said, me either. Drac Fury said, this is the fourth 1 hour. Machiel Dixoniai said, Legends is the most recent. Sorry was fine and done of the challenges we re very good.
I think Moira is drunk. She's not making sense anymore.
Machiel Dixoniai said, story. Machiel Dixoniai said, some.
Some.
Machiel Dixoniai said, no, it is my typing lol, I am tired. She is just reading my garbage at this point.
I'll see afterwards.
And Carter LF said, how, some lol.
It's not the most stable, is it?
Super Jonico said, I have to get going now, but thank you for the stream. Has been fun to chat with everyone. Hopefully we can race together soon.
Yeah, thanks for joining in, buddy. I'll tune into your next stream as well.
Super Jonico said, cheers everyone, bye.
Bye. Go home, Moira. You're drunk.
And Carter LF said, see you, Super Jonico.
For anyone in the chat who isn't subscribed to Super Jonico, please make your way over to his channel. He's really, really awesome YouTube streamer and does the entire thing in VR. Like, for me it's more of a special occasion thing, but he is very focused on VR.
Machiel Dixoniai said, Sai Jonico.
He was actually somebody I subscribed to and watched long before he said hello here in the chat for the first time a few weeks ago.
Super Jonico said, stuff it, I will stay a bit longer as Michael offered beer emoji.
Same for the beer and the compliments. The complimentary beer, if you will. I won't be on a whole lot longer myself, probably only about 10 more minutes. Then I'm gonna have to call it quits because I need to be up early for my run tomorrow. Seen ghosts in a while. Either it glitched out or we're doing good.
Ander Carter LF said, and if you want to check out my gallery on showcase like the Alpina 220, remember my GT7 nickname driver of Legend.
Cool, will do. Yeah, lads, if there's anything you want to plug, by all means.
Super Jonico said, how are you feeling after 2 hours in the VR?
Grant, it doesn't bother me in that way. At least not in this game anyway. Okay, not a million miles off goal. What's that? Second and a 10. I've done a few of the hour-long races in single player and VR and been fine afterwards. And like with this, I've been taking it on and off every few minutes as well. So it really is grand.
MR Scudlet said, keep thinking of Super Monaco GP when I read Super Jonico.
Super Majonico. Went too late there.
Ander Carter LF said, almost got gold Puka.
Yeah, not too far off. This is unlike the other tracks, this is one I've actually done in dailies a few times, so I've less to learn in that sense. It's just more about learning how to drive this car around it. But I know the track layout quite well going in.
Super Jonico said, Super Monaco was the game THST started it all for me, hence my name.
Ah, cool. I'm actually going on holidays next week, Saturday week, and I won't be too far from Monaco, staying in the south of France. Might do a day trip over.
Super Jonico said, I use the Monaco Madonna team yellow and red liveries on all my GT7 cars.
Ah, cool. I hadn't noticed that. For this car. It's not one that I'm naturally gelling with. Main problem though was the first few laps here I was trying to drive it like the Super Formula. Just a bit too greedy there. Let's try that again.
Super Jonico said, Zonda is a tough car to drive.
Finding that alright. Straighten up, there we go. Whoa! Driving sideways there for a minute.
Ander Carter LF said, it is tough Super Jonico.
Did a bit there. Oh, new record. It's funny because I was slower through the middle sector there than I was on my previous record lap. If I could stitch the two together, I think that would be it. Yeah, still lots of time to find. Like I'm not finding any of these laps are. Like there's some corners I'm like really faffing and still getting close enough to the gold. Just a good bit of time there. No, just a bit too greedy. Feck. How are we doing on time here, lads? Oh, we're at 11. Okay. One more completed lap. That's what we'll do. But I am going to push, so I'll probably have a few failed laps on the way there. Oh, need to... Sorry, just need to readjust this a little. Oh, need some fight music.
Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.
That gets me revved up more.
Please like and subscribe.
Didn't like any of that. Let's try again.
RL said, just looking at telemetry brake release seems a bit sudden, try trailing it more.
Yeah, it does seem to respond well to a good trail, alright. Oh, sorry, too late. Doesn't like being on curbs, or coming off them anyway. Of course, the demo ghost is really staying mostly clear of them. Let's try again. Am I right in saying that you just can't be fully on throttle while you're turning in this car?
RL said, this is an eggshell under accelerator car.
Yeah. Could be on for a best time
RL
here.
said, just have to bleed the accelerator slow.
Yeah. Okay, I will have to call it there, lads, because it's getting quite late here. I have an early morning
Richie
tomorrow.
Dixoni said, GT. Super Jonico said, short shift city.
Short shifting, yeah. I'll try more of that next time. Guys, this has been the best fun I've had streaming in quite a while. Thanks for sticking with me. I know it was a different format than usual, but really enjoyed it. I'm not... Oh, jeez, look at these marks. These great devil horns.
RL said, better on the break. RL said, GG.
Cheers, dude. I might be back on Sunday. We'll have to see. If I am, it will be a similar session to this, just taking it lemon cheesy, avoiding the daily races and doing some kind of fun challenges like this. This was a raving success. I wasn't sure how much engagement I'd have not doing dailies, but really glad to see so many of you stuck with me and got engaged and said hello in the chat. Lots of new people today too, which is great to see. I have something special planned for next week though. On Monday's session we are hosting a coaching session with a very well-renowned A+ driver live on stream. Got a couple of volunteers already who will be coached on, we're still deciding on the track, but it looks like it might be Seaside.
Richie Dixoni said, thanks for the good time, mate. Have a great run and awesome weekend.
You too, Michael. So at the very least, I'll be back Monday night with that. I'll put up the times and schedule soon enough. Might see you Sunday. I'll keep you posted as the weekend goes on as to what we're doing there. If not, Monday, 8 p.m. GMT. It's going to be a really informative session. I won't actually be driving myself. I will be hosting the session, swapping cameras.
RL said, my channel is based off of no Damasik pen work.
Nice. I'll check you out. I'll give you a sub. Anybody else who's been watching tonight, if you want me to give you a sub, just shoot me a message. I love checking out other people's GT streams and content, so by all means, no, don't feel like you're spamming. I want to know about it. I want to hear about it, so do let me know. Post comments. It'd be great. Anyway, everyone, thanks so much. I'm Clark. This is Puka GT. I'll see you again soon. Have a great one.
You are watching the GBC, television for goats.
Sun comes up on a lazy day, nothing better's on its way. Oh, what a yummy start with honey nut pukas. Honey nut pukas.
They're edible!
How can the heart truly want what the mind can never possess? And just like the tide, he was gone. Puka, the new fragrance from Le Chef.
Puka GT. Bleeding through the corners, burning up the streets. Puka GT. For who fury that you just can't beat. He's dodging the prom and he's hitting the gas. He's the golden crack and the head of the class. Puka GT. Puka!
Watch the Super Bowl together. Kim has remained tight-lipped about her new beau, but Puka had this to say.
銀河の彼方より機械の軍勢が攻め来るメチャの手話劇この星の運命は俺の走行が未来を切り開くぜ響けプーカ GT 魂のクラッシュスピードの先へ銀河の信者なのだ Go 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 プーカ GT プーカ GT
The Puka GT experience.
I don't know, man. I think ivermectin is more than just medication for goats.
Live from New York City, it's time for